Hi everyone, my name is Anne. Thanks for joining me on Art on the Creek. We're in my home studio in Parker, Colorado, and I'm really excited that you're here with me today because I have something new to share with you. I have recently become a partner with Viviva Colorsheets, and if you've never heard of them, stay tuned because they're really cool. They're a lot of fun. They're a unique way to experience watercolor, and I thought today we could open the package that they sent me, and I will give you a link for a coupon, and let's make some cards. We haven't done that in a while, so let's have some fun painting. Are you ready? Here we go. Okay, I know I cheated. I had to open it earlier because I wanted to make sure that it was the package I thought it was, and it was, so I'm so excited. Okay, here it is. These are the Viviva Color Sheets, and there is the affiliate link that I mentioned, and again, that will be in the description, along with the coupon code ANN10, and that will get you your 10% discount. So just use the affiliate link, enjoy shopping on their website, and you will receive a 10% discount on your purchase. It's just a flat discount, and I will get a small commission from your purchase. So I do greatly appreciate that, as it does help to keep my channel going. And if you appreciate this kind of content, those are the kinds of ways you can help me out. So here's what they sent. This is the Viviva Color Sheet watercolor in a booklet. It's so cool. And like I said, I'm going to put a link to everything in the description, and we've got more videos than just this one. So the way that they make these is they paint all of this color onto a sheet, and then they cut it and glue it into this booklet. So you have the most compact, portable watercolor system that you could get. So it really is a reinvention of watercolor. The colors are explosive and vibrant, and that is so true. You can paint anywhere, and you can get up to 30 paintings out of this. They're vegan friendly, and they're handmade. So, I mean, what more could you want? And especially the range of colors in here is really exciting. So let's take a look at it. There's a little belly band around it, and that says, "Hola, I handcrafted this for you. Hi, I am Ruxar. I love how magenta looks when it's being made. Hope you have a lot of fun using these color sheets." I love little personal touches like that because it just really makes me feel like I'm dealing with a smaller company. And in fact, you are, because this was really started by a man, a doctor, who wanted to have a more portable way to paint. If I remember the story correctly, painting was his hobby, but you know, he enjoyed it just like you and I do, and was probably very good at it because he's got a real eye for what artists need. And he took these paints and painted them on sheets and then cut them into squares and put them in here. So this folio system really lets you be painting anywhere on the go anytime without the risk of being encumbered by bulky or heavy supplies. This is so portable. So this first one here is crimson. The next one is a deep pink, and they're just beautiful. And then you have this sheet in between. It's like a really thick wax paper. It's definitely waterproof, and it protects your paints for you. And it really serves you well to keep the pigments separated from one another. These paints, when you close the booklet up, you can close it wet, and everything will be just fine. Next, we have vermilion, followed by a dusk orange. And then you see these color tabs across the bottom that will tell you where you need to go in the folio to look for the color that you're looking for. So if you want something in the red range, you'll just pull that tab up. Next page, we come to a chrome yellow and a yellow ochre. And then below that little vellum, we have a burnt umber and a burnt sienna. And these are so neat because they don't always look like the colors that they come out to be when they're on this color sheet folio. Light green, sap green. And we've got a double folio page there, a double protector page rather. Viridian and peacock blue. Look at this peacock blue. It's like a chrome purple that is so beautiful. And the same here with this Persian blue and the violet. Look at that violet is green looking. Oh my gosh, but it is violet when you paint with it, I promise. And then the magenta, which looks green, but it's not. It comes out magenta. And finally the slate black. And it's a really nice black. It's not flat. It's got some dimension to it. Now, none of these will be granulating, but they are all Really vibrant and really transparent. So here is their website in case you need more color sheets. And then this back section here has another sheet of vellum on it to protect your book. You can tear that out and slide it in here where you have this coated area where you can mix your colors. Now I would recommend making a mix chart in addition to a color swatch chart. And that way when you're working on your painting, you won't have any surprises when you're mixing. Due to the nature of these paints, a familiar mix that you might be used to might lend a different result, and it's good to be prepared. In future videos, I'll go over these two other products. We've got a travel set and pan watercolors, which I'm so excited. I can't wait to get these videos made, you guys. This is just the coolest thing ever. But today I want to focus on these. This is kind of the OG of their creation, the Colorsheets. And I wanted to get into those today. So let's get started and let's swatch them out. This sketchbook I'm using is unfortunately no longer available, but I just wanted to let you know that I am swatching this on 100% cotton watercolor paper. We'll start out kind of slow with the first one and then I'll whip through the rest of the swatching. I'm using a number 8 Taklon Blick Master Stroke brush, and we're going to start with the crimson. And the thing to notice about all these swatches is how vibrant they are. They are all very staining and very transparent. So here's the crimson, and I'll just read off the rest of the colors as they zoom by here. We have deep pink, vermilion, dusk orange, chrome yellow, yellow ochre, burnt umber, burnt sienna, light green, sap green, viridian, peacock blue, Persian blue, violet, magenta, and finally slate black. And all of these colors, you can see they're just so vibrant and so bright. And my fingers at the end of the video were pretty stained. It'll wear off, but it doesn't wash off right away with soap, so keep that in mind. These are just so vibrant, so wonderful to use. They lift very easily. You can use all kinds of watercolor techniques with them. They're just a slight bit different though in the way that they mix. So when you use that affiliate link in the description, be aware that you are in for a new adventure, but it is not one that you're going to regret. You are really going to love these Viviva color sheets. I love their portability. I love their vibrancy. Let's start playing with some paints. Now, these are the greeting cards I told you about that we were going to make. Look at this cool tie-dye pattern you can generate. I mean, these colors are just incredibly bright. We'll put some salt on that one and let it sit. And while we're waiting, let's just do a quick little flamingo here. These colors just remind me of summertime and happiness and being on the beach. So I really thought that a flamingo would be kind of cute, and it's just really fun to be able to have these bright, vibrant colors. Now I'm using pretty traditional watercolor techniques on here. These cards are made of paper, they're not cotton. I'm having no trouble blending or mixing, and one thing I will tell you when you're working with these, if you touch one color next to the other, it will completely reactivate that color. Same thing if you go over with a wash and you want to add another layer, it will definitely reactivate the other color underneath. So be aware of that. For instance, on these popsicles, you can see on that center green one there, I ended up getting a pretty large cauliflower bloom, but of course it didn't matter. I just went ahead and splattered on top of the popsicles, and then I'll follow up with some ink so that it's a cute little illustration of popsicles. And here's just a little floral pattern that I decided to do just to show you some of the remaining colors in here. I think I used all of the colors in this video so that you can really see the full rainbow of these Viviva color sheets. They're vibrant, they're bright, they're sunny. But again, the one thing I want you to be aware of is that you need to alter your technique just a little bit if you're going to be adding consecutive washes. These do tend to move if you put another wet layer on top of them. However, it's not a deterrent. In fact, that solubility is a plus. So here, I can give you a really good example of that with this poppy here that we're going to paint. Now, poppies are so fun to paint and they're so easy. All you need to do is a few sideways swoops with your brush. And the color I'm going in with first is the crimson. And we're just going to go ahead and tap in some color. And you can see how when you add the wet on wet, it really just looks so beautiful, and it'll dry lovely too. It just gives you a really nice sense of watercolor. It really does look like watercolor. These would also be really great if you are an urban sketcher. If you wanted to go in with some permanent pigment liner, a black liner, and create your city scene, and then go in and create washes of color over it, or do it in the other order, whatever suits your fancy. These colors would be so vibrant and cheerful. I can just imagine painting a really, really fun French cafe or something like that, some kind of street scene, or maybe, gosh, if you go to the dog park, maybe just painting the dogs. I think that would be so fun. There's so much that you can do with these, and the big takeaway from these wonderful, vibrant, bright paints is that you need very little water to activate them. Using a water brush would be so easy. You wouldn't even need to carry water with you. You would just need these, some paper, a water brush, and a rag or some paper towels to clean off your brush, and then you'll be good to go. So with these Viviva color sheets in this particular set of 16 colors, you have a full rainbow to play with. You wouldn't even need to mix colors. You could just use the colors straight from their little sheets, their little squares that you have there. Go ahead and apply them with confidence and really create a vibrant, cheerful scene. And that's what's so fun about these, is that you can just take them anywhere. You can really do some abstract things too. Just imagine if you put down some circles of color, just did some random circles and shapes, and then went in later and took a pigment liner and drew some flowers over those. There's so many things you could do. If you like to do calligraphy, these would be really pretty in doing your lettering. So all of these things are certainly achievable with this cute, portable, affordable little set. I'm just going to finish up this poppy here, and I'm using the sap green, and I used the crimson and the deep pink and the slate black. And these leaves are going to be so easy to do. I'm just using a number 8 round for this whole thing, and just kind of pressing the leaves in a kind of a poppy leaf shape. Not really, but just kind of. And then we're just going to kind of put one over here on the side, and then I'll do a small one in the center. And you can see on that leaf on the right, when I let it dry, what I did was I noticed that it was drying with some funny dots where I didn't want them. So I'm going in here again and adding in some of the other green, the light green, to really kind of punch that up. And this is where you can see where that will reactivate that color underneath and just kind of get it to mix. So it's not a negative at all. It's so cool. You can go in, add another color on top of the color you've got, and it will mix and create a whole new texture and dimension. So despite these not being granulating or anything like traditional watercolors, here's where I'm putting in that lighter green. You can really play with these and have a lot of fun, and they just will really open your doors. If you are in an art rut, this is the set for you. You can put it in a Christmas stocking. You can put it in a birthday card and mail it. I mean, that's so great. Can you imagine getting a whole set of watercolors just in a birthday card? I mean, that would be so fun. But then again, I like getting paints, so there you go. But I love how these greens mixed on here. Isn't that cool? And they'll dry and they just marry together so well, which for me is a real bonus, because I look at that as an extra way to be creative with this really portable set. I just thought it was really fun and really special to be able to mix these paints right on your paper, not have to worry about mixing on the palette, although you could if you wanted to. And just think, if you're taking the kids to the park, waiting for them while you're in the pickup line at school, or if you're on an airplane, oh, these would be so great on an airplane. You wouldn't have to worry about spilling anything at all. Everything stays completely compact and right in this folio. I'm just going to go in with a number 2. This brush happens to be a Trekell Protege. It's their synthetic Kolinsky. And the other brush I was using was my all-time favorite Princeton Neptune number 8 round. It is a faux squirrel. And I'm just adding the little hairs or whatever they are on the poppy. I don't think they're thorns. I think they're hairs. Pretty sure they're hairs. They're not. It doesn't hurt to touch them anyway. But they're pretty distinctive, and I thought it would be a nice touch to add these onto the poppy to just kind of give it that final bit of detail that just really turns it into a poppy. So those little things are nice to be able to do, and you can do it without disturbing anything underneath because it's such a fine line. Now we've got to look at all the cards that we did. I had so much fun with these, you guys. Look at the tie-dye. Oh my gosh, the salt came out so neat. It looks like a field of daisies on top of a whirlpool of tie-dye. And then we've got the popsicles here, which would be such a fun birthday card to get. The roses are just so vibrant and colorful. And of course, our flamingo turned out really cute too. So you guys, if you are interested in doing something that will really make your summer fun, the Viviva color sheets are a good way to go. And I know I sound like a commercial, but I really believe this. I think that these are a really unique, fun way to paint, and I really would love for you to try it. If you've enjoyed content like this and you'd like to see more of it, please consider sharing this video. And don't forget to look at the link in the bottom for Viviva color sheets in the description. If you do, you will save 10% on everything you purchase through that link, and you will also help out my channel, and I certainly appreciate that. Thanks so much, guys. See you next time. Bye now.